everybody. Today we're going to be feeding the bees. It's going to be a super hot week, so we're going to make sure that they have a little something. Plus, I think our nectar flow is getting pretty low, and we're getting into winter. So, get the top cover off. This hive is a mixture of carniolan bees with a Saskatraz queen. So I'm going to take my inner cover off, and I need to take my super off in order to get to this inner feeder that I use. Now, I don't use smoke when I check my bees. I think it just makes them more angry. I like to use the quiet method, which is just laying a towel over them. Because then they don't feel as exposed, like you're gonna take all their honey away and you're robbing them, because to them you're big and scary, right? So at least this way they don't feel quite as exposed. They're still a little angry, obviously. So, inside here, these are my absolute favorite inside feeders here. And I can't get them out at the moment because of how well they have glued everything in. But these are my inner feeders. I just pour everything in there. I will go ahead and do that right now. But these have little ladders. And that way the bees don't drown. But I like inner feeders because your feed isn't exposed to everything else that might want to try to rob your hive. Only the bees know it's here, and I think it just works a whole lot better. So you can see they're climbing on my towel there. They're not too happy. And I'll get this one filled up. They do still have some pollen coming in, but this is a first-year hive. Well, all three of these are. So I just want them to make it through winter, really. So any extra help I can give them this year, I'm going to do. So if they need a little extra something to get them through this heat this week, then that's okay. But I will add a link to these inner feeders because I think they're fabulous. And I just got mine off Amazon. I'll set up the camera again here so you can watch. There we go. I'm going to check a few frames while I'm in here, see how they're doing. Oh my goodness. So, we have a lot of capped brood going on here, so my queen is doing her job and doing an excellent job at it. You can see there's honey on the outside of these frames. And that's exactly what they need to be doing. There's no drone brood. There we go. So that's good. Again, got some capped brood. We have honey on the outside, and that's their stores for winter. That's not something I'm going to take. Checking to see if I see any eggs, which I do not at the moment. Which means, so if I'm not seeing eggs on that frame, that means my queen is somewhere else. Really quick, I'm going to use this. I know. I'm not going to check the entire hive today. It is too hot. I just want to check their brood pattern. Make sure that she's still laying. There we go. Some of those I can see a single egg, which means she is still laying. this is probably one that is recently hatched. As you can see, there's no capped brood on there, hardly. A couple of them. But they're going to clean all that up and she will reuse that to lay eggs. Alright. So I'm going to take this off. Don't need it after all, I guess. The other part of my feeding this time of year is I like to put 1/3 of a pollen patty inside for them. Again, probably not standard practice, but it's a first-year hive and I'm going to do everything I can to help them this year, especially since they had a rough start. So I just put that pollen patty there, squish it on there. They love those. I'm going to put my super back on. Watch out. I don't want to squish you. I'm going to put my inner cover back on. And then I'm putting my lid on. Oh. And they are ready to go for the week. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along to learn more about how to take care of your honeybees.